Welcome back, everybody. This is our weekend series. So we have every week uh, we bring on one of our favorite actors, and then we ask them one particular question. So this week I wanted to talk to a friend of mine, somebody who is on two of Canada's top shows, one in comedy, one in drama. So Kim's Convenience versus Transplant. My friend Sugith Varughese. Welcome, Sugith.
Thank you, Alan. And by the way, both Kim's Convenience and Transplant can be seen in the US now.
That's true, and I love that. Yeah, that's how I came about Kim's Convenience in the first place, and finally now Peacock is carrying Transplant. We're gonna link
Well, not
both.
only Peacock, not only Peacock, but NBC prime time. You can watch it on TV. So
Even
it's
better,
we're very proud of that. So
even better. We're gonna link both right below the video, so please go check them out and follow Sujit on social media. He's an awesome follow as well. So Sujit, I wanted to ask you because you and I were talking offline about how you get prepped for a scene, and you have kind of your process that you call the three questions. Can you elaborate? Tell us what it is so we can learn and try to emulate.
it's a tip that I came up with when I was directing children's television dramas, and what I was really wanting was to make sure that the kids, these were like 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, remained fresh, and so that the scenes that when they got around to doing them were still alive and weren't false. And the thing that I was worried about is that they would like memorize the whole script and it would be all sort of permanently embedded. So what I told them to do, and I think it is a really good prep for all actors. I do it myself. Is to ask yourself three questions for every scene. And in fact, I told the kids on the left-hand side of the page, that's blank in most TV scripts. Write them down, the answers to the questions on the left-hand side of the page opposite your scene. So the three questions are, number one, what just happened? And what just happened immediately before the scene? Answer that as specifically and as clearly and as simply as you can, because that enables you to enter the scene from somewhere, something, in character, in motion, in a story. So that's question one. Question two is, how do I feel? And that's the caveat to that is it's a byproduct or a result of what just happened. So what just happened? Therefore, how do I feel? And figure out what is the clearest, highest stake emotion that this character that you're playing feels as a result of what just happened. We're not worrying about the script that you're about to play yet. We're worried about what just happened and how do I feel to enter that scene. Okay. Third question, as a result of what just happened and how do I feel, the third question is, what do I want? And the answer to that question needs to be the highest stake noun that you can come up with. What do you want? Validation. What do you want? Justice. What do you want? Love. Whatever it is, so that the answers to those three questions they're simple questions, so your answers are simple, not necessarily easy, but simple. So you can remember that, and then with all the chaos that's going around on set, you can focus on what just happened, how do I feel, what do I want? And as a result of answering those three questions, you can make the best possible decision in terms of your intention. So what just happened? My boyfriend slapped me. How do I feel? Outraged. What do I want? Validation or justice. And you walk into the scene. Now the scene could be about talking about the weather, right? But you are now coming into the scene with a clear intention. I want to seduce. I want to scold. You have a clear intention, and that gets you through the first millisecond of the scene, because from that point on, you're reacting. Okay? What just happened? Therefore, how do I feel? As a result, what do I want? And then your intention. So you can answer the 3 questions on the left side of the page. On the top of your scene, on the right side of the page, write your intention: to scold, to seduce, to whatever, and then forget about it, right? Then that's all you have to worry about. What am I trying to do? Action, scold. And no matter what the script is, you're playing that going into the scene and reacting to what happens as the scene unfolds in a way that is honest. That's the hope, anyway.
I love it, and I think the flexible part of it is that between takes, and you do a take and then you have another take. So right before it, you do your 3 questions. What happened could be completely different. So you can.
Well, the idea of the tip is this is your preparation. This is what you do when you're studying the script. This is what you do the night before. Okay, and you go into your scene on the day, because you may have 5 scenes to do that day. That was the thing that I was worried about with the kids. They would have, it was a kids drama, so they each of them had 2, 3, 4 scenes to do in that day, and we're shooting out of order. So it's not like they're doing a school play and they get the story of the play to carry themselves through the performance. We're shooting out of order. It's the chaos of a film shoot. I needed to give them something to ground what they were going to do, so that if I got them to focus on this thing that was really clear, really simple, real good homework for them, it enabled them to then be in the moment on the day during the scene. And that's what you're really trying to do. You're trying to get rid of, oh, I'm supposed to cry in this scene. Oh, I'm supposed to be doing whatever in this scene. No, what you're supposed to do is be truthful, react, play the scene. But coming from a very specific place that the 3 questions answers enables you to be truthful in context, truthful in character, truthful in the service of the story.
Makes sense. So then what did you suggest to them, to review the 3 questions between takes, or just kind of stay with the homework?
Well, I mean, it isn't so much that if they needed to, but usually doing the 3 questions is work enough, because then you know, okay, what scene am I doing? I'm doing the scene 12, where I have to tell my mom that I broke the pitcher. Okay, what just happened? How do I feel? What do I want? I remember. Even if I don't remember what I specifically wrote down the night before, as long as you remember what the 3 questions are, you can make a decision in the moment.
Yeah.
And remember that the 3 questions are to enable you to play a specific intention, right? So the 3 questions lead you to answer the most important question, which you should always be asking yourself as an actor, is what's my intention in this scene? What am I going to play? Yeah. What am I going to do in this scene? I'm going to seduce. I'm going to scold. I'm going to, and scold or seduce or whatever the intention is doesn't tell you how that's going to happen, right? That's what's going to happen in front of the camera. That's what's going to happen on stage, which will be unique and specific and reactive in the moment. It will tell you what happens. I need to scold. I'm going to scold my mother. But take 1, you may come in and it's, you might end up shouting. Take 2, you know you're going to scold and you're going to whisper, and you don't know you're going to do that because you're not worried about that. All you're trying to do is play the intention, and then the rest of it is in the realm of being truthful in the moment.
Yeah. I like it because people keep on talking about the moment before, and a lot of the association is the moment before has to be specifically with the scene, but you don't have to. And you can have, as you said, the first question, where are you coming from, or what happened, is it can be completely outside of it, and then it allows you to enter the scene already being a person, as opposed to an actor.
It has to be in the context of the story of your character. It may not be in the story that is the movie story, but your character has their own story. And your character is in the movie of their life, which may or may not be the movie that we're filming. But that scene is. That scene is where your character's movie and the movie you're filming intersect, right? So in terms of it, so what it is like saying, okay, regardless of what my part is in the movie that we're making, my character is the star of the movie of their life. So regardless of what happens before in the script that we're doing, doesn't matter so much as what happens before in my character's story, so that I'm entering the scene that is written coming from a very specific place. We don't walk into a room, generically. We walk into a room coming from, we just went to the bathroom and we got to rush back to answer the phone. So we're walking into the room. We're not just answering the phone. We're coming from someplace. Now, it doesn't matter what it is, as long as it means something to you as the actor. You're not going to tell anybody the answers to these questions. This is your private, secret information that enables you to be truthful when the director calls action.
Love it. It's great. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm sure, again, it's useful to me. I'm going to start implementing it. I'm sure it's useful to our audience. Thank you, Sugith. I really appreciate it.
Good luck.
Thanks. And thanks to everybody for tuning in. Happy weekend to everybody. And we'll talk more on the love of acting. Appreciate it.